On the morning of 9/11, we were having an early morning breakfast when the first call came in. We went up to the rooftop and overlooking the former city field are the Twin Towers burning like 2 candles on the cake. I asked who has a camera, and the man next to me said, yeah, I have a camera 1 level down, but he absolutely refused to go down there. From that day on, I always said, I'm just going to carry one on myself. My name is Wellington Chen. I'm the Executive Director of the Chinatown BID and Chinatown Partnership. Part of what I do every day is to survey the district, taking snapshots, capturing those moments and preserving it for the future. You know, it's about chasing light, right? Capturing certain moments and documenting it. People often ask me why I'm taking certain photographs that's so mundane. But if you look carefully, and especially if you compare them over time, you will see that it changed. Canal Street actually is a fascinating thoroughfare. It's the quintessential Main Street. It used to be the garment district, it used to be the hardware stores, but over time it evolves. In the old days, as the old-timers in Chinatown would tell you, if you cross north of Canal Street, you will get beat up because you are encroaching on other people's neighborhood. Now, the neighborhood has no such restriction, and we actually work so well together. Canal Street has become a very diverse outdoor shopping district. I always felt that Chinatown is not properly represented. There are a lot of hidden gems here.
我記得有一日好早，我一開門呢，有一位男士呢入到嚟問我，佢要揾一對個耳環呢睇，咁我俾一對耳環佢睇，即係一卡一隻嘅。咁我講俾佢聽，我話大概係11,000蚊。咁佢即刻話好啦，你咁我就幫我買咗耳環。佢話我呢已經 shop around the Fifth Avenue，but they charge me $20,000. I say, I selling the jewelry, the Fifth Avenue quality and the downtown price. 我叫岑卓懷，我自己呢係做珠寶㗎。我嚟到美國嗰時呢，就1970年嗰時呢，就幫一個廠呢做修理錶，至到1973年呢，我就自己就開咗個就 S&N Jewelry。我哋有啲遊客呢響加拿大來㗎，或者響附近嘅州嗰個 New Jersey 或者 Upstate 或者其他Pennsylvania 同埋南美洲嘅客㗎。佢第一次來幫襯咗你，佢覺得好滿意啦。你能夠應付所有佢要求嘅嘢即係個客仔呢一定會翻嚟揾你嘅，一路儲翻嚟㗎。啲客仔呢唔係一日有。
Chinatown is never monolithic, has never been. You have the supermarkets, you have the jewelry store, and the plastic stores. But Chinatown, by its nature, because of the aging population, is a medical center.
Being on Canal Street is very convenient for patients. My office is right next to the subway station. My name is Dr. Warren Chin. I'm a practicing cardiologist in Manhattan, Chinatown. When I started practice in 1990, practically 99% of my patients are Chinese. Throughout the last 10 years, the demographic has changed. We're getting non-Chinese that do come in to get health care. Since I started my practice, one of the things that I noticed, the Chinese do not go see doctors until they are very, very sick. So we do health education to reach in the population. For example, the Chinatown Partnership during COVID, we ran a series of radio program to inform the public about different aspects of COVID. I can only treat one person at a time, but through these mass health education, I can reach into thousands and thousands of people.
A few years after 9/11, people began to advocate for Chinatown to have its fair share of relief and assistance because the garment industry got decimated and the economy took a heavy toll. And so they created a brand new organization from the ground up. Chinatown BID is heavily focused on supplemental cleaning, power washing, graffiti removal, making sure the seniors can cross during the icy, snowy days. Why do we do public health issues? It's very fundamental. A poor, less well-to-do community deserves a clean and healthy environment as much as a wealthy, well-to-do community. We are dealing with a once-in-a-century pandemic. Now together with this anti-Asian hate, we have a tremendous inflation in the cost of doing business in Chinatown.
3点起床，4点半开始工作，就是6点半，差不多7点就在这了。我名字叫 Shermaine， 我职业是卖食物，简单一点说大排档。我一开始的时候好艰难，好多人不晓得你的东西好不好吃，也不敢试试。再慢慢时间长了，他们吃开来了就会吃啦。我做个衣厂，我小孩吃生了，没办法去衣厂做工，没自由嘛。在做自己的工就自由了。我做下来有感情的嘛，有客人的嘛，客人就是实了，就是天天见到客人就是一样，就是做就做了，没关系。
Similar to other ethnic groups that have been here before, our current population are going to satellite communities such as Sunset Park, Bensonhurst, Flushing.
The concept of Chinatown was constructed for Western consumption. It's where Westerner could get a taste of China, right, by not having to travel to China, but to go to where they have replica of these architectural features, right? There's another concept, it's called Tongyan Gai, the street of the Tang people. At one time, the Chinese were living on Pell Street, right? They can't go to Mott Street because the Catholic Church. They can't go to Bowery because of the, entertainment industry. So this Pell Street is the Tongyan Gai. But we see a drastic shift. My first name is Bayer and the last name is Lee. And I serve as a minister to the American-born Chinese. At one time, this place was packed. Condition changes, suburban churches start growing, and people no longer see the need of coming to Chinatown. I came to this particular church, First Chinese Baptist on 21 Pell Street, 2004. We started an idea called 21 Pell, where we show film, Asian American film. We have conversation, right? And that's how I got involved with the community. Chinatown, it's diverse always. At one time, people have to be in Chinatown to have relationship, to work, and to feel a sense of, Chineseness for their children learning language now. But has that role been shifted? In other words, this idea of Chinatown still needed.
We have a drastic drop in number of visitors that are coming into this community. That necessitates us to provide an alternative way to have a fighting chance to go on. There are quite a bit of new business coming in that are leveraging the existing culture and then expanding it in a new era.
There's just something about Doyer Street. I'm Spencer.
I'm Khan.
We co-founded Art Bean Coffee on Doyer Street, where we mix specialty coffee with artwork. Doyers is one of those streets where it's just a tiny little alleyway tied into Chinatown.
It came from the games, the opera house, and now the art community. We started roasting coffee back in 2020. We collaborated with artists online, even though we didn't have a shop. And now that we actually have a physical space, we're able to highlight AAPI artists and underrepresented artists.
When we first announced that we were gonna have our shop in Doyers, we did have one particular email from a local saying that we have a responsibility to uphold.
We translated some menus out to give to the locals, and they say it's not hot enough for them. They're used to coffee kept on a burner, like very hot. So what we have started doing is that we actually steam our milk when people order their hot drip with milk.
Coffee is a cultural thing, no matter where you go. I think a lot of the older generation are used to a certain thing. We understand that we are kind of a new generation, new blood coming in. We're very mindful of that, and we want to bring a new reason for people to come to Doyers.
The vision belongs to the community, which is to say that despite all the hardship, despite all the lack of resources, you have enormous capability.
keep 得嘅地方乾淨啲啊，同時咧，我哋有啲年青嘅人啊，翻嚟咧就去守住嗰個企業啊，咁咧我哋嘅行街永遠都係會好嘅。
We are here, we can break the language barrier, social barrier, cultural barrier. I think that this community still need us.
我们有东西吃，你不要退休啊，做久一点啦，我们惦着你啊。他吃也开心，我做的也开心，见到他是不是一样？
If we create some kind of interesting story to cultivate a younger generation, then we may attract really talented people. That's where I want to start.
I think everybody has to have a certain kind of self-awareness and understanding of the culture and the rich history that they're in. We're not trying to just come in and directly compete with the other things in the area. We want to add something new.
We are able to do so many things with so little from this location. This place is always have the ability to evolve and change. We should be confident. We should be very, very sure that this community will enjoy a vibrant future.